Texas Tech Spirit Squad continued to make headlines last week after the identities of two of the most famous members of the university were revealed and the reins were passed from one mascot to another. Coming up, we will have all the details on this year's transfer of reins and passing of the gun ceremonies.
Students looking to get around campus have a few more options during the warmer months, but it's still important to make sure your vehicle is in top shape before hitting the pavement. MCTV's Chris Olivares has the details on the 2022 Spring Bike Clinic.
And some huge changes were announced over the weekend after one Tech team had another rough series on the road. MCTV's Nathan Boles had the latest details on that story, along with the latest headlines from Red Raider basketball and baseball in sports.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Monday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Berkeley Adams.
And I'm MaKayla Glenn. In less than 2 weeks, students will wrap up finals and graduates will walk across the stage as the spring semester comes to an end.
With the school year quickly wrapping up, a couple annual traditions took place at the end of last week, giving the Tech community a chance to show off their Red Raider pride. On Friday afternoon, the annual Transfer of Reins ceremony took place at the McKenzie Market Alumni Center. During the event, outgoing Masked Rider Ashley Adams handed over the signature mask, hat, and cape to new mascot Caroline Hobbs. Hobbs is a student in the Davis College of Agriculture Sciences and Natural Resources, studying animal science. At the end of the ceremony, Hobbs took over as the 61st Masked Rider, and she will serve from now until the end of the 2022-2023 school year.
I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has gotten me to where I am today, and thank y'all for this amazing opportunity. I can't wait to see what this year has in store and wreck 'em.
Friday's ceremony also marked the final appearance for Adams as this year's Masked Rider. Adams made a record 460 appearances since she took over the reins last April. Adams will go down in school history as the last Masked Rider to lead the football team onto the field while riding the current horse, Fearless Champion. Fearless will be retired this summer after serving the university for 10 years.
When you walk down the field for your first football game, you kind of realize, what did I do? Like, we're here, it's happening. And there he was, just as calm and quiet and ready to go as he could be. And I don't know how you tell a horse thank you, but I hope he knows how thankful I am.
As of Friday, a new horse had not yet been chosen to replace Fearless Champion, but according to Stephanie Rode, the director of Tech Spirit Program, a new horse should be chosen within the next 6 weeks. Rode said a naming contest will be held in coordination with the United Supermarkets, giving the public the chance to submit and vote on the new name. Once a new horse is chosen, Fearless will then be given to one of his former riders. The new owner will also be chosen this summer. Directly following the Transfer of Reins ceremony, a pair of Red Raiders who won 2 consecutive national championships were revealed for the first time after having their identities concealed for the last 3 years. Reggie Lane and Brant Schneider were unmasked and publicly revealed to the Texas Tech community as the primary students who wore the Red Raider costume since 2020. Lane graduated in December with a dual degree in business administration and agricultural and applied economics, and he is currently a graduate student studying autism instruction. Schneider is a student in the College of Engineering, and he will graduate with a degree in civil engineering in August. Lane and Brant each appeared as Raider Red over the last 2 school years. They also each competed in the mascot division of the National Cheerleader Association Championships, where they finished in first place in 2021 and 2022.
Throughout my journey and all the accomplishments that Reggie and I have achieved, it is truly the people at Texas Tech and the Lubbock community that have made this adventure worthwhile. We are fortunate enough to have a college community that embraces the spirit of West Texas and gives 110 support to the university and its people.
I said it multiple times, but this has been the most exhausting and best 3 years of my life. It's been an honor to serve you all, and I can rest knowing that the Raider Red program it's in great hands. So thank you so much, and Reckham Tech.
At the conclusion of Friday's ceremony, Lane and Schneider participated in the official passing of the guns portion of the event, with each handing a new Raider Red his iconic oversized pistols. 2 more students will anonymously serve as Raider Red through the spring of 2023, when their identities will also be revealed to the public.
Just over a week ago, people all over the world took time to focus on going green during the annual Earth Day observance. 1 week later, the Tech campus hosted a long-running tradition that also takes time to encourage students to help save the planet. The 2022 edition of Arbor Day kicked off in Memorial Circle on Friday at 11 a.m. Students had the chance to stop by and enjoy free food, grab a free t-shirt, enjoy live music, and even play some lawn games. Arbor Day is one of the longest running traditions of the Tech campus. The first official celebration took place back in 1937, and since then, several groups have organized the event. The Student Activities Board is currently in charge of Arbor Day, and President Colin Owens says the group is happy the event is back to normal after several changes during COVID.
We're excited to get this back. We haven't had it this large in a couple years, and we're really excited to have everybody out here.
After the celebration finished in Memorial Circle, representatives from student groups and organizations headed out across campus to plant flowers, trees, and other greenery provided by Tech's Grounds Maintenance Department. Arbor Day wrapped up Friday afternoon after planning was finished.
Speaking of the Student Activities Board, Arbor Day may have been one of SAB's biggest events of the semester, but the group officially wrapped up their schedule of spring activities today with a fun and crafty event. Hats Off to Summer took place earlier today from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the sub courtyard. Participants in the event had the chance to pick up either a bucket hat or a ball cap and decorate it with a variety of patches. The hats were available in different colors, giving the students the chance to create their own personalized keepsake just in time for the summer holiday. Hats Off to Summer was SAB's final activity of the spring semester. The group offers fun and free activities for students all year long.
We have a lot more events. We'll have a lot more events we did this semester, so going back all in person, like post-COVID, which will be really nice. Homecoming, all the traditional events will be really fun. Looking forward to that.
To keep an eye on updates to SAB's fall calendar and learn more about how to get involved with the Student Activities Board, visit sab.ttu.edu for more information.
With the school year ending, many campus departments are hosting some of their final gatherings and events before the summer break. And one college decided to go all out to create a first-of-its-kind event that gave some students an experience they may have missed in high school. On Thursday, the College of Media and Communication hosted the first ever Prom. The event was free for all students, faculty, and staff of Media and Communications. Attendees were invited to eat, dance, and enter a Best Dressed contest. The prom was decade themed, so students could come dressed as any decade they chose. Book Galvan, Administrative Coordinator for Student Success and Recruitment, says they wanted to give students a fun opportunity to connect and reminisce on the semester.
Have that time to celebrate and get together. I know we've had a lot of events that weren't in person or we've had to hold off on those. We just wanted to have one big party for the College of Media and Communication.
Galvin says many students currently in college may not have attended a prom in high school due to COVID-19. The college chose to host the event to give that experience back to them.
The South Plains area finally saw some much-needed rain yesterday as a storm front moved through the area yesterday afternoon. Officially, Lubbock received 2/10 of rain at the airport before midnight.
Even with yesterday's storms, Lubbock is still experiencing one of the driest periods we've seen in years. Rain totals by this time of the year typically come in above 3 inches. Currently, we've seen just over a ½ inch since January 1st.
So can we expect to see another round of storms anytime soon? Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. The MCTV tower cam is showing nothing but bright blue skies this afternoon. Temperatures are climbing into the mid-80s with a high expected to top out right below 90 degrees. Tonight, skies will remain clear and temperatures should drop back into the upper 40s before sunrise. Overall, it should be a pretty mild evening. For tomorrow's last day of classes, we'll see a few more clouds late in the afternoon and temperatures will be a bit cooler, only climbing into the 70s. But beyond that, it should be a nice spring day. Even though conditions are still nice, there are still very dry here on the South Plains. As of last week, all of Lubbock County now falls into the exceptional or worse drought category. The majority of the South Plains is also considered an exceptional drought, although yesterday's rainfall may have improved conditions slightly in some areas. Luckily, our next chance of rain showers is coming up on Wednesday morning. There's a slight chance of thunderstorms before noon. After that, temperatures will climb back into the 80s with a little sunshine in the late afternoon. Dry conditions return on Thursday with another round of 80 degrees highs and sunshine. Looking ahead, the week should finish out with even warmer temperatures and lots of sun, but high winds are also back in the picture as we head into the weekend.
With warmer weather becoming more consistent, students have also started turning to alternative forms of transportation to get from class to class. MCTV's Chris Oliveras recently stopped by a campus event that gave the campus community a free way to make sure their two-wheeled vehicles were in top shape before the summer break.
Transportation and Parking Services is hosting a bike clinic day for students to be able to get their bikes tuned up as temperatures rise. The bike clinic was held between the sub and library last Wednesday from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. for members of the Texas Tech community to have their bikes examined and tuned up. Media Relations Coordinator Brandon Richards says the bike clinic offered repairs for free.
To get looked at by the Outdoor Pursuit Center. They're with the UREC, and they'll do minor tune-ups, check your tires, your brakes, anything like that. Any minor tune-ups they'll take care of for free right here on the spot.
Several other campus groups who were at the event to promote other options beyond vehicles to get around campus.
And we also have Lime here, and they're talking about scooters and bikes, again, just other transportation options to get around campus.
Thomas Snibel with the Student Government Association says riding a bicycle or a scooter really helps out the environment and prevents pollution.
Driving a car is going to pollute the environment more than riding a bike around or riding an electric scooter and things like that. So what we're trying to do is make the community more aware of those things.
Richard says if you miss this week's event, there will be more opportunities to get your bike fixed up in the future.
So if you're still interested, we'll have this every semester, so we'll be out here in the fall, usually in November.
Information about bike safety, visit parking.ttu.edu. For MCTV, I'm Chris Oliveras.
One of Tech Athletic Programs is looking for a new leadership team today after a surprising announcement yesterday afternoon.
MCTV's Nathan Boles joins us now with the latest details on the developing story and more in sports. Nathan?
Thanks, MaKayla and Berkeley. Texas Tech softball head coach Sammy Ward and her coaching staff were fired Sunday after being swept by Texas Friday and Saturday. In the press release, Kirby Hocutt said they, quote, believe it is in the best short and long-term interest for us to make a change at this time. We have very high expectations for success in all our programs, and we believe we can be a prominent softball program, end quote. Ward went 43-52 overall and 8-28 in Big 12 play in 2 seasons as Tech's head coach. She was hired in October 2020 after Adrian Gregory resigned in September 2020. An internal review at that time revealed issues and mixed reviews from players about the culture in the program, first reported by USA Today. Brooke Reed will take over as the interim head coach. She has been the director of operations for softball the last 9 years. Last Wednesday, former Tech softball player Miami Thompson tweeted about her struggles with depression and anxiety. She said that she was supported by the old coaching staff and the other staff on the team, including Brooke Reed. She said the new coaching staff for her junior year, which was under Ward in 2021, quote, didn't exactly care for me as a person, end quote, and Thompson was not wanted back for her COVID year or redshirt year. She also said, quote, if it wasn't for the people I had in my corner that still cared to check up on me, old coaching staff included, I wouldn't be here writing this, end quote. After Ward was fired, Thompson and other former Tech softball players tweeted in support of the move to Brooke Reed as the interim head coach. One tweet was from Heaven Burton. She said, no one has the right to, quote, in my case, attempt to withhold scholarship money as a way to assert dominance over you, end quote. Reed will lead Tech softball through the end of the season. Tech softball has an open week before the Big 12 tournament, May 12th through the 14th. We told you Thursday that Kevin McCullough went into the transfer portal after already declaring for the NBA draft. Yesterday, we learned for sure that he is not coming back to Texas Tech. On Twitter, McCullough said that his goal is still to get to the NBA, but if he comes back to college, he will go to either Kansas or Gonzaga. Kansas won the national title last season. while Gonzaga was the #1 overall seed but lost in the Sweet 16. The deadline for McCullough to pull out of the NBA draft is June 1st. Texas Tech baseball got another series win over Baylor. Winning on Sunday seems to be a struggle, however. We'll start in the bottom of the second inning, where Baylor's Kyle Nevin hit a 3 RBI double to put Baylor up 6-1 early. Nevin hit 5 for 5 with 3 doubles and 4 RBI. In the fourth inning, Jacob Schoenvogel hit a 2 RBI single, and Baylor had their biggest lead of the game, 11-2. Texas Tech started to score as Ty Coleman hit a 2-run home run in the fifth inning. They scored 3 more by the end of the game, but Baylor held on to get the 11-7 win. Texas Tech baseball will head to Abilene Tuesday. They will attempt to avenge their loss to Abilene Christian in Lubbock last week. The game starts at 6:05 on ESPN+. Then Tech baseball will have a very important series this weekend on the road against Oklahoma State. In the D1 baseball poll, Tech is ranked 9th in the country, while Oklahoma State is ranked 3rd. The series will impact the Big 12 standings, where Oklahoma State is in the lead, 2 games ahead of Tech. It could also impact regional and super regional hosting in the NCAA tournament. That's all for sports. Back to you, Berkeley and MaKayla.
Thanks, Nathan. It may be hard to believe, but graduation is just over 1 week away. Tech students will walk the stage in one of 5 ceremonies over the weekend of May 13th and 14th.
That's right, Berkeley. Thousands of students are planning to get their diploma in person this year, and every ceremony is expected to be packed. Spring Commencement 2022 officially starts at 2 p.m. on Friday with the graduates from the College of Arts and Sciences. Friday's schedule continues at 7:30 p.m. with hootings and the presentation of diplomas during the graduate school ceremony. Then on Saturday, the university will host a full day of commencement events starting bright and early at 8 a.m. The morning session will include graduates from the College of Engineering, Architecture, and Education, along with university programs. At noon, degree candidates from 3 more colleges will walk the stage, including the Colleges of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources, Human Sciences, and Media and Communication. The final ceremony on Saturday is scheduled to start at 3:30 p.m. Graduates from the College of Business, Visual Performing Arts, and the Honors College will all walk the stage. All ceremonies will be held in the United Supermarkets Arena, and they are free to the public. All ceremonies will also be streamed live on the university's website. For more information, visit commencement.ttu.edu.
So MaKayla, this is our last time for either of us anchoring because we're seniors. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, anxious, but I'm excited to see what the future has in store. What about you?
It was the fastest 4 years ever. I feel like we were just starting, but I'm excited.
I know, wreck 'em.
Wreck 'em. That's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. Have a great summer and check back for more MCTV next fall.